Hello Ratbags, it's Jade, welcome to the survival show. So much to get through, in fact there's a hell of a lot, including Forager. It's coming to Xbox, whole bunch of new info about the updates coming to PlayStation and Switch as well. Also taking a look at Last Oasis, an update has just gone live recently. Brand new walker, brand new hard map, brand new creatures, brand new everything. Minecraft, the Nether update went live, continuously Minecraft is going to be there and the newest update adds even more to it. ARK Summer Bash begins today, got lowdown on that. Scrap mechanic update as well. Missions created, 7 days to die. Petition, I'm going to be going through some of that, why I need your support. Deadside wipe, Raft has been delayed, their next chapter. Subsistence has new caves. Mist has more incoming content. As well as that, we've got to look at New World and a bit of crafting, as well as a bit of blowback about their recent trailer. And Dead Matter shows off some more update vlogs. And we finish off with Astroneer, the automation update. When can you expect it on the Xbox and PlayStation? And Space Engineers, brand new Sparks DLC. Don't forget to like the video if you find it useful, and I am the home of survival. It's all here, let's go, it's the survival show. Forager is coming to console. Well, it's already on console, but the updates have really been far behind what's been happening on PC. It looks like the developer chose to get all the updates done in one go, and they've kind of released it all as one package. Now, Forager's been out on the Switch and the PlayStation 4 for a long time now, but it really hasn't had any of the updates that the PC has had. But also within this post today detailing some of that, the creator let slip that it's also coming to the Xbox Games Pass. As far as I was aware, I don't even remember it being available on the Xbox before. So that's pretty big news. It looks like there is going to be a release date very soon, and the Xbox Games Pass version, or the Xbox version, will have all the content that has been missing from the Switch and the PlayStation 4 version as well. And mobile is also coming out very soon too. And again, the same thing, it's going to have every single update that's been made up to date on the PC. The post goes on to say, development of these took a while, so I want to personally thank every Forager player for their patience and support. I couldn't stand to see the console versions being several updates behind in content. I hope you enjoy all the new free stuff. I will announce the release date for the updates as soon as Nintendo, Sony and Microsoft all confirm their dates. Forager is a great game, maybe not strictly a survival, more of a idle crafting game, but I really enjoyed it when it came out and definitely want to get back into it. So when that hits the Xbox Games Pass, I will do a little let's play. Last Oasis got a brand new update today. It includes changes to the maps. They've added a volcanic hard map along with new creatures and 2 new resources. Previously you could go and harvest obsidian from lava pools. Well, they've now, I think, been moved alongside corresponding resources onto their own special map. But be warned, lava now does damage to players and walkers. There's 4 brand new loot sites added, 1 with a chest to drag, 1 platform with a chest on top, and 1 with a giant rock to mine, and 1 burnable. So lava has now been made exclusively for the brand new hard map. It won't be available anymore on the Sleeping Giants map. So it is a resource that you could previously get by putting cold water on it from literally a water jet, and then you would be able to get obsidian. So that looks like that's changed now, and the only way you're going to get it is by visiting one of these brand new maps. They've also got a brand new walker, the Domus, a large walker with walls and doors, fixed steering levers within it, and a bunch of other stuff has been fixed too. And they've got a new creature as well, a new flying monster added to the volcanic map, source of feathers resource. And they've also done some changes to the Nether. They've got brand new Firestone weapons been added to the game as well. Throwable and siege lava bombs, added a floating mine, and added explosive projectiles for repeater and ballista. This is a pretty chunky, hefty update. I'm surprised there's no YouTube video up yet showcasing some of this stuff. Anyway, a bunch of other fixes have gone into it. I really hope this injects a bit of life back into the game. It's fair to say it has lost a bit of momentum since its launch, although it really isn't as bad as some people make out. It's not like they ever reached like 70,000, 80,000 players at once. The highest they've ever had was 33,000. So 3 months later, to have 3,500 players playing it might seem pretty poor, but comparatively to a lot of games that I've covered in the past, they're still doing okay. Obviously, ideally you want them kind of numbers all the time, but it doesn't mean the end of the world. There's much worse games out there still chugging along, like Atlas, and even Scum, which did have 60,000 players playing it at launch, sold millions of copies, are struggling to get this kind of numbers as well. So yeah, it might be time for me to finally get a rental server I've been avoiding it because I just didn't like some of the options available. But fingers crossed, some of the stuff that's gone in today hopefully means there'll be some decent choices that you can make when renting the server out now. Minecraft, the Nether update went live a couple of days ago. I'm sure you guys have been enjoying it and seeing what all the new content is. I'm pretty excited about this. It nearly had me making a Let's Play. I still may do some recording, but I probably need to get to the point where I can show off the Nether rather than me just going bashing trees and getting all the usual stuff first. New biomes, new mobs, new blocks to discover. Netherite, a brand new substance that's even harder than diamonds. I'm seriously tempted to give Minecraft a go. If I can find my bloody login for Twitch, maybe I'll do some live streaming of it. It's been a hot minute since I played Minecraft properly or did any real content based on it. Though funnily enough, Minecraft is about to become my most watched video on my channel. It's fast approaching overtaking the ending of Ark Survival Evolved, showing you guys how to crossplay between platforms when that was announced 6 months ago. My little tutorial just picked up a hell of a lot of steam and has done pretty well for itself over the last 6 months. So I'm predicting it will overtake ARK as the #1 content on my channel in the next few weeks. That is crazy. The game that I started with and pretty much ignored for like 4 years is now suddenly become my top video. But it looks good. There's all sorts of new creatures like the piglins to go and take on, new biomes, and as I said, lots of new resources. So definitely something lacking in Minecraft has been the Nether. Really hasn't been much of a challenge as it used to be, and certainly hasn't had as many new additions as other places or other parts of the game has in the last few years. So good to see they're finishing up with this. Who knows what they're going to be working on next. Don't forget the ARK Summer Bash kicks off later on today. It's going to be an event for all platforms, introducing brand new skins and emotes for you to unlock. Also an increase in rates times by 3. Lots of brand new coloured creatures and new chibi pets. It does look like most of them are water based apart from the Astroneer. Kaya on Fire will be here probably with a guide showing you guys how to spawn in all the skins if you really don't want to go to all the trouble of having to make them yourself. One of the community managers also posted a breeding performance update, basically giving a bit of education as to why they didn't include some of this stuff for their last 5th anniversary event. They basically made some changes to the way the servers calculate growing baby dinosaurs, basically saying that it does help with performance, what they did, but because of this there were some issues with last time, hence why they didn't increase baby raising. If you've never played ARK, it's literally the world's longest, grindiest game when you're trying to get yourself some new dinosaurs, baby ones at least anyway. Some of them take 2 weeks to raise properly. But the post pretty much details a lot of stuff in how the server really can't cope sometimes when they've got these breeding events going on and there's loads of people doing it. And on official servers, people can be breeding hundreds of creatures. But the good news is that players should notice less performance issues during boosted breeding rates. Servers will always be put under extra strain during these events, but they've sought to minimise it with the changes they've put, and it seems like it has gone down pretty well. I like to see this. This is good stuff. It's something I've been saying for the longest of time in my videos. Give education. Show players exactly how or why you make changes, and you won't get so many angry responses on social media. And I do have my ARK podcast coming up very soon with Chris Kudakos, the guy that will be making the Summer Bash trailer. That'll be live tomorrow. There was a bit of delay in it as he had to get the okay from his higher ups, especially after Dolly pretty much tattletaled on him. But it will be coming. They've been given the okay, so you will see a podcast with me and Chris maybe tomorrow as well. If not, definitely up by the time this weekend rolls in. Scrap Mechanics update has gone live to its main game branch. It's been in testing for a few weeks now. A bunch of stuff has gone into it, including improvements to farming where you can grow cotton. They've reduced the prices of drill and saw blade at the hideout trader, reduced fuel costs and a bunch more. You'll get more resources when breaking glue clams down as well, and cardboard is now cheaper to craft. There's a variety of different changes. I'm not really going to list them all here, but I will leave the link for this in my Discord. Pretty much every survival game under the sun has got a special channel, and this is where we will start posting information and brand new stuff that happens. Lots of these I've already got automatic follows, so you can keep up to date with all your survival games in one spot simply by joining Discord. Really enjoyed Scrap Mechanic, but I did get bogged down with a bunch of other stuff, so I definitely want to revisit it very soon. Miscreated, a game very similar to Rust and DayZ, running around the world, trying to escape mutants while taking on other players, has just got a major update. It came out of early access a little while ago, but hasn't really hit the heights with player numbers and could certainly do with a fresh injection. This might help it. It's now got trading zones and traders, so you can now go here and hopefully buy and get yourself some brand new ammo, new items and all sorts. It does seem to be the Desres thing to put a trading zone in your open world game lately. Pretty much everyone's doing it. If it's not Dead Side or Dead Matter having it, now this game also has it as well. Miscreated, again, I keep saying it, is one of them games I want to try and give it substantial time with, but just fitting it in amongst everything else really has been a challenge for me. Let me know if you've seen anyone play this. What do you think about it? I've seen Hod Gaming play it a few times, but that was a while ago, and he definitely thinks it had some good potential. But for sure, it might be something I need to dip back into. Hopefully now they've made it a bit friendlier, maybe a bit easier to get going. So let me know what you think about it. The update is live. It went live yesterday. Miscreate hopefully can get some more player numbers into the game. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty substantial. And definitely I think I will try and find some time to fit it in. The Fun Pimps continue to prick tease their latest update, Alpha 19, on PC. They've been doing this heavily over the last few days, every night streaming a new bunch of content from some of their developers ahead of a exclusive weekend for a lot of 7 Days to Die streamers and YouTubers getting exclusive access for the weekend before it rolls out to everyone else. I presume my key just got lost in the emails in the junk section, yeah? Shall I go look for it, Fun Pimps? Now, it's been a week since I told you guys that they pretty much gave a little bit of explanation about their plans for the future and how you pretty much won't see 7 Days to Die for a long time, a new update at least, and it's looking likely they're expecting you to buy it again on the next generation. Go and check out that video for more details, but I did start thinking about stuff afterwards. And I really don't like the way they're doing it. When other developers are talking about giving smart delivery for their games, even PlayStation 4 have got their own system where you'll be able to play your backlog of games from your PS4 on the PS5. The idea that 7 Days to Die are so out of touch they don't even know about this system and are still talking about just making a brand new version of the game on the next console. Unless they start actually talking about a way that current console owners can get that game for free or that version for heavy discount, I think it's time we start raising a bit more noise. So I put a comment and said that I would maybe look into starting a petition up, and we'll talk about the problems and about the attitude that I feel is lacking in terms of solving the problem or at least communicating in a good way. So you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do that, guys. Let me know what you think about that. I will start up a petition. I'm going to word it carefully. Make sure I'm not being too dramatic and it's concise, and it's really trying to raise awareness with either Sony or 7 Days to Die developers that they need to do better and more. We've heard the sob stories. Yes, we know Telltale fucked you over, but waiting another 2.5, 3 years before console might potentially get the same as PC is absolute bullshit when you're still selling the game and still making a ton of money off of it on Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. But yeah, go and watch that video out if you haven't seen me talk about this latest news and give a bit more context about why I will be starting up some sort of petition. Generally, I think they're pretty shitty things to do. I've seen some stupid petitions. There's one at the moment running for The Last of Us 2 to be remade, but I definitely think there needs to be more done, and I think these developers are way out of touch with their console fans. So hopefully I can raise awareness and hopefully improve how they talk to people, particularly their communities on console in the future. There's no doubt about it, I am still a little bit getting excited about what they've got coming. It does look all pretty good. And supposedly they're only going to be a few things away, adding some new zombie types or redone jobs in terms of art, and a whole bunch more new stuff coming in. Deadside has another wipe planned. It's coming in tomorrow. Apparently they've got some new mechanic with doorways and how you'll be able to get inside bases, and it does mean they're going to wipe out everyone's bases, but not just their bases, their characters as well. It's pretty common in games like this to experience it, and I'm pretty sure they only wiped a little while ago. But it's pretty short notice to announce these plans right now, a day before they're about to do it. They're hoping as well that the brand new mechanic will finally get rid of any last remaining duping situation. Fingers crossed it does the job. Deadside is another game that's dropped its player numbers, but it's still doing okay for itself considering it's a smaller game. I didn't think much of it. I still haven't seen anything in it that's pretty fresh or exciting compared to some of the other games out there, but for sure it has got a little dedicated following. Raft recently celebrated its 1 year anniversary, And big plans for its second chapter were meant to be happening this summer, but it's been delayed now until fall. So if you're waiting for the next journey and chapter in this game, which is going to bring Caravan Town and a whole bunch of new features, looks like it's not going to be coming out until maybe October now. Raft is pretty cool. They've added a bunch of stuff in the last year. I definitely think some players are feeling like they would like to see more content sooner. Subsistence has just had a brand new update, Alpha 53. It adds new cave expansion so you can go and explore big massive caves. It looks likely you're going to have to find scuba gear. Scuba gear? I was struggling to even craft myself an axe last time I played it. Now admittedly I've not put that much time into it. It does seem like a typical survival grindy game, and after getting wrecked by bears and wolves I kind of just left it alone. But it does sound pretty cool. You can see the new cave sections, looking like a game from PlayStation 2, but it looks like it's a more interesting place to explore at least. Apparently double the size than it was before. You'll be able to get crystal in these caves. New creature in the update is the wild boar. You'll find these in wooded areas, and as usual a good trusty bow and arrow should take him out. They've also added slanted glass windows so you can make a lovely typical greenhouse looking a little bit less square. It actually looks pretty cool. I'm definitely getting like ski lodge vibes building it in the snow biome. They've also got bats running around the caves as well, and they've adjusted hunter AI and firepower. They've changed the way that the hunters work. The hunters are the NPC enemies that will periodically attack your base. They've also added a bunch of new stuff including strawberries and made changes to fishing, campfires. It's looking pretty chunky, pretty hefty. Apparently only one person has been working on this game, hence why there is quite a big delay in between updates. It's pretty much another game in solo development, or very small team at least. It's got an update incoming too. They're making changes to the starter pack, so pretty much you'll be able to upgrade your character a little bit better. They've got a full 3D model as well in place for the character now as well. Chainsaw, Molotov cocktail. And they've added 3 new areas including a farm, a village and a tunnel. Again, when I played Myst, it was a while ago. There wasn't really much to explore other than a couple locations. So I'm glad to see they're finally adding some more. Definitely looks really cool. The tunnel looks spooky as hell. Throw in some of the zombies in there when the mist rolls in and I will be cacking my pants. And looks like they've got a brand new zombie type as well called the Tank, which is definitely giving me Resident Evil vibes. So good stuff from Myst. Again, very small team working on this. I don't think this update will be out for a good few weeks yet, but it's good to know they're keeping their community involved and letting them know exactly what's going to be coming. New World released another developer vlog recently showcasing everything to do with crafting. Now this was leading on a little bit from their written dev vlog where I talked about how you can make stuff, and this just goes on further details about how you can become the best crafter on a server. Hopefully this will start generating a bit more positive spin, because at the moment New World is getting savaged on Reddit. Their recent combat trailer that they put out had quite a bit of old recycled content in it, and Reddit has picked up on this and definitely weren't singing its praises. Lots of comments saying that the gameplay looks pretty old, ugly and outdated. I wouldn't go that harsh. I don't think it's the worst game I've seen. I definitely think it's on par with a lot of other MMOs I've seen out there. Maybe not as great looking as some of the Japanese or Korean ones I've seen in the world, but it certainly has its own style and I quite like the aesthetic. But it does seem like people are ready to jump on the bandwagon and trash this game, much like they trashed Crucible, and maybe with good reason. Amazon's Crucible game that came out last month has pretty much failed. Barely a few hundred people are playing it at the moment, and it was Amazon's first proper big release into the gaming world, so people are definitely trying to compare that now and say that New World is going to be a flop as well. I don't think it will be as much. I think this game's probably got a lot more to go for it and definitely will pick up a bit more of a survival and MMO crowd. But yeah, it looks pretty involved, and I like the shadow and I like the depth that they've got going on with the crafting system. It really does add a little bit more to roleplay or to people that do want to build themselves sort of a name making these amazing swords or amazing weapons and armors. I have gone through some of this stuff in some of my previous videos, but I will be doing a recap very soon talking all about crafting, getting you ready for the launch of the beta on July 23rd. Dead Matter's ramping up its PR hype ahead of its closed alpha launch. It was meant to have begun this month, but they announced it wouldn't actually be coming until probably next month now. They've been a bit vague, talking about some roadblocks, and they blamed a third party on the delay of the closed alpha, but they won't actually say what that third party was or what the delay really was being caused by. Anywho, they've got a bug tracker in the pipeline, so hopefully it will keep everything nice in a loop, which it should be there for the closed alpha. And I've got some dev footage of barricading and claims. You'll be able to claim these structures when you're grouped up with other players. It all looks pretty simplistic. I like the idea that the building isn't overly complicated or fussy, and looks like you can change and move stuff along pretty easily. So yeah, they're doing something that a lot of these other games have taken years to get right. DayZ still doesn't have barricading in the game, and that's been on the roadmap for absolutely donkeys. It's very reminiscent of Rust, in my opinion, how you build and how you play stuff. I may end up doing a bit more detailed vlog about this, as it does look like there's some substantial information here, but just give you a heads up of what to expect. I like the idea as well that you can upgrade it to different tiles, so wood to sheet metal, etc. So it will add to the fact that although you can't build complete bases on your own, you still will be able to fortify other places that you claim, with some farming and water holders as well. It's all looking good, and they've also got their own cave coming along nicely as well. So good stuff from them. I definitely will do a bit more of a recap and showcase all of these videos in one go. The latest Astroneer update is now live on PC. It went live yesterday, late last night. It will be coming to Xbox and the PlayStation and any other platforms it's on. I don't think it's on the Switch yet, but it will be coming very soon. It's looking likely the end of this week. That's what they've put. Pretty much adding auto arms that will gather resources on the floor and start feeding it into your contraptions. As well as that, they've got auto extractors and big, huge containers, much more improved, so you can add a whole host of the same resource and pretty much just take as much as you want from it. Also adding storage, power and battery sensors, button repeaters, and a new in-game suit that you can buy. It's looking really good. I can't wait to get back into this at some point, especially now you can rent your own servers. Space Engineers update finally went live, and it wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting them just to be releasing some new cosmetic pack, which they have done, but there is also a free update for everyone else. It includes big changes to weather. There's actually going to be solar storms going on in space, as well as proper weather effects on certain planets now, and a whole host of other stuff. I do believe, unless I've got it wrong, everyone's going to get access to small grid doors, hinges that allow you to make all sorts of custom new things, large, medium and small. Everyone gets 5 LCD posters, 30 letters, or 3D letters I should say, and huge Spark Station. So the update is called Sparks of the Future, and the DLC, the paid DLC, is like £2.89, Sparks of the Future Extended Edition. Yeah, they could have probably worded that all a bit better, but it's pretty common now. Lots of games are doing this, adding on small little packs with their big updates. Conan Exile does it all the time, obviously with their skin packs when they up a big update version. What do you guys prefer, this or something a bit more traditional like ARK with the Season Pass or the game DLC once a year? No word when this will come to the Xbox. Remember, it is in Xbox right now and it is a full game release as well. Hopefully though, lots of problems and issues with that Xbox are getting corrected as they have their own beta. And I've been praising them recently for this. I really didn't give Space Engineers a good shot when it launched because I just saw so many negative things about it on the Xbox. But like I said, I do want to find some time to give it a try. So let me know, what do you prefer with the DLCs? And that's it, and it may be it for a good few days. I'm going to be taking a week off, more or less. I've got some content planned every day, and Kyra on Fire is going to keep you guys up to date with any ARK news. But pretty much I'm going to be decorating my house. I've got loads I've been doing over the last few weeks, but some of it has just needed a bit more time. So please go and check out the rest of my content, and I will be here if there's any emergency news. Otherwise, I'll see you ratbags next week. Bye-bye.